Hello and welcome everyone. I am Sumit, holding the position of a project manager. Joining me, we have Pratibha, who is our SharePoint lead, who played a very crucial role in developing this application. Thank you for joining this webinar. This webinar is all about Office 365 timesheet application, which has been developed by Ignatius Softwares. I forgive for my bad throat today. I am under the weather, and we are happy to see everyone. In case if anyone needs to step away in the middle of the webinar, we both would be disheartened. But on the lighter note, we will ensure to share the recording afterwards. All right. So we will just go through the flow. This will be the flow of our webinar today. We will discuss quickly about background of the Office 365 timesheet application, how this application was evolved, discovered, and published. Then we will go regarding some exciting features of our Office 365 timesheet application. Then our SME, that is SharePoint lead, Pratibha, will give you a live demo of our product. And last not the least, we will be having a Q&A session. So in case if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please note it down, or you can just post it in the Q&A box. We will be having a dedicated session for question and answer. All right, Office 365 timesheet application. So there is a story behind our Office 365 timesheet application. So back in year 2014, 2015, we used to update our timesheet on Excel, and we were like quite not sure to hire any third-party tool because of data security and some confidential data. So it was a very hectic job for us to maintain multiple Excel sheet. And in case we had any data discrepancy, our team used to spend a couple of, I would say, multiple hours in rectifying those discrepancy. So in our meeting, like in our innovative discussion brainstorming session, we came up with an idea of developing an application that is in-house application for maintaining all the project's timesheet. So this application was evolved back in 2015. We basically started using this in late 2015, 2016. And when we started using it, we got our answer, you can solution to our problems, and we were very happy in maintaining our timesheet. The errors were very less, and we were able to manage our data very efficiently. And the best thing is we thought of SharePoint backed solution. Why we thought about SharePoint backed solution? Because our application, we don't trust third party application for any confidential data. So that is the reason, like, we thought that we should create an application in SharePoint where all the data should be in tenant. It should not go outside of our tenant. This was our main motive, and our creative team developed the application on SharePoint. So this is how, our application was created. When we identified that, this is the problem across all the organization. So back in 2017, we basically officially launched this application on AppSource. And you won't believe, like, it has been 7 wonderful years. We are here with this wonderful application. Thanks to your love and honest feedback, our team take our client feedback and suggestions very seriously. We act very promptly, and we have that hunger to make positive changes in our application. We recently launched version 6.1 back in February 2024, and we are having many plans for the upcoming months and years. So new versions have already started to develop. Now, I would also like to share about most recent version, that is 6.1. We have used artificial intelligence power in this recent version. Now, what's so exciting or what's so important about artificial intelligence? So, one of the best thing is we have used our in-house AI model to create the vision of our recent launched version. So all the feedback that we have received over the years, all the tickets that we have received over the years, suggestions, ratings, we combined all the data and we shared that with AI, in-house AI model. The data was uh, cleaned, interpreted, and our AI model shared a detailed report guiding us for a revamp project. So we not only got the vision, but we got the must-have features. We understood user pattern, user behavior, and this is how we decided our version 6.1. So if you are the older user, if you are the traditional user, you will for sure feel the change in our version 6.1. Now, our AI model not only was involved pre-development of 6.1, but also uh, during and post-development as well. So our AI model created the test cases. Those who are not aware, our organization offer testing as a service. So our AI model created test cases. Our task team deployed bot for automated testing process, and this is how we achieved a complete automation testing where the bugs were reported, documented, and reports were created and assigned automatically to the developer. So we are very proud that we have involved AI and tasks in our version 6.1. Now, I would like to walk you through some of the highlighted features of our Office 365 timesheet application. So, we believe in power of visually appealing interface, and this is where, like, we focused on modern design and modern aesthetics. Now, when we talk about tailored dashboard, we don't believe in cluttered dashboard. So we have this mantra: it's your space, your way. And this is how we made a perception, and we created three different dashboard: one for manager, one for employee, and one for administrator. When we talk about enhanced navigation, for me, navigation is key of user interface. It is the most important, crucial key for user interface where user can deep dive and interact with the application. So we have brainstormed a lot and we tried to give the best navigation so far as compared to the previous version and version 6.1. Now, this is something very amazing, insightful card features and quick links. So admins can get a snapshot of important information in a go. So this is how insightful card features work. It shows the information of total number of projects, total number of timesheets, total number of employees, total number of tasks assigned. And when we talk about quick links, it is favorite link, or you can say go-to link. So no need to deep dive multiple options in the application. You can just add that favorite link on your dashboard and you can access that particular feature in a go. Now, one of the best feature of our application is Power Platform integration. It is easily integrated with Power BI for the reports. You can export the reports and you can combine or you can integrate with some of the competitive tools. It is integrated with Outlook. It is integrated with Teams and much more. Now, sequential multitasking. Our team has done a very well job over here. We have improved the overall workflow. So year by year, we are improving our workflow of each and every functionality. So what we have done in our 6.1 version, which has not only improved the speed, but with the other features, the user can achieve the sequential multitasking. So this is all about the features. Okay, now I would like Pratibha to give us a quick demo of our application, and then we can for sure move ahead to Q&A. Pratibha, over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Sumit, for this detailed description about the application background and introduction about the application. So I'm starting with the basic flow of the application. So in general, the timesheet app is having a three different user role: admin, manager, and employee. So I'm starting with the administrator. It means what admin can do is admin can create a users, assign different kind of role to the users, create project tasks, and then the relationship between the project and task. And there is some settings which is available for the application which can be done by the admin. So that is customizable feature which we have introduced in our application. And now the next is whatever the activities done by the admin. Now the role begin for the employee. So employee can fill the hours against the timesheet and against the project and task which is created by the admin. And once the once the employee fill the timesheet, and notification will be received by the manager for approval and rejection. Once the manager receive the notification, they will review their timesheets and perform their activities for approval and rejection. Once the manager done approval and rejection process, employee will notify with the comment and the status of the timesheet. So this is the what basic flow of the application. Now I'm going to introduce what all are the new features which we have implemented in the new application. So basically, we have changed the overall look and feel of the application with some custom features and new look and feel designing and colors and so on. So in the new version, we have introduced a role-based dashboard. Currently, I'm logged in as an admin, and once the user will logged in as an admin, they will able to see the dashboard for the admin. In the admin dashboard, there is a big tile which representing the information about application, and there is a button which redirects you to the page where you will find out more information about the application, user manuals, FAQs, videos, and so on. And in the right side of the dashboard, there is a quick link or a shortcut that can be customizable by the employee and as per the requirement. So to customize the shortcuts or add a new shortcut, we just need to click on this add shortcut button, and by clicking on this button we will able to see all the navigations link from the drop down, and we can select the link from the drop down and just click on the done. So once this process has been done, we start the links are start appearing on the dashboard. And in the bottom in the bottom of the dashboard there is a four cards which shows a total number of count of the list items, like how many number of projects are available in the project list, how many number of tasks are available in the task list, how many number of active employees are there in the application who is using the timesheet, and how many total number of timesheets filled by the employee. So this is a very important information about the data, that how many number of data the list is containing right now. Now let's move to the next, which is user management and the very important activity which can be done by the administrator. So but to creating a user and assigning different role to the users, we just need to go to click on the user management, and from here it will open up a page where we will see the option for admin, manager, and employee. And this is what we have introduced in the new version. Like previously what happened is that if admin needs to create a user, assign different role to the user, they need to redirect you from one page to another page again and again, and that is quite time consuming process. So to avoiding this multiple loading functionality, we have introduced a tab feature. So this is quite very easy to switching from one page to another page. So it is very quickly. So once admin will create multiple admins and manager, they can just go to the employee, and this is what the employee form will be look like. And in this form, we have implemented a department field which were not available previously in the previous version, and that department is also customizable. So admin can create a multiple department based on the requirement and assign that department to the employee. Next, other than that, we have added a bill rate field, which is used by the most of the organization, and that is not mandatory. If admin wants to assign bill rate to the employee, they can, or if they don't, they just keep this field as in blank. And and last but not the least, which is active flag. This is something which indicates that the user is active or not. So if any employee leaves the organization, we can mark that employee as an inactive, and once the employee inactive, it shows like the employee is inactive and they will no longer use the application. And similar to the user management, we have a page for the project management. And this is also a very important thing which should be required to be done before using the timesheet by the employee. So once to creating a project, we just need to go to the project management. And from here, we will see a different tabs for creating project task and create a relationship between project and task. And this is also very easy for the admin to switching from one tab to another tab, and it's very time saving activity. Other than that, there is some more things and very important things which can be done by the administrator, like customizing weekending day, change the date format for the entire application, hiding the navigations for other users, like if any company doesn't require to allow the users or the managers to create a project or task, there is settings available. So with the help of this setting, we can enable or disable the navigation for the other users. There is a color theme option that can be applicable for the entire application if the admin will select any of the color theme from here. So and next, this is the timesheet setting, which is also something important feature which we have provided in the application. Like it is related to the timesheet submission, notification, and benchmark setting, billable, non-billable settings, etc. So this is what all admin can do. Now let's go for the manager. Let's go to the employee. What employee can do. So this is how the employee dashboard will be look like. Whenever the employee will log in whenever the user will log in as an employee, this dashboard will be visible to that employee. And so here we have just implemented or provided a graphical representation of the data which is available in the application. In the right side of the dashboard, there is a graph which is representing the all the approved timesheets, all the rejected timesheets, all the pending timesheets, and all the drafted timesheet of the employee. And in the bottom of the screen, there is another graph which shows the how many number of hours reported by the employee on a single day. This is something which is previous week timesheet, or this is a graphical representation of the previous week timesheet. And now if how the employee can create this timesheet. So to creating a timesheet, there is a navigation called new timesheet, and once we click on this navigation, it will open up the page where employee can select the weekending day, and they can select the project and task and fill the hours against the project and task. Once they will fill all these records and they will complete the timesheets. Either they can save it as in draft. If it is saved draft, then there is no notification will be sent to the manager. It just saved as a draft. And if the time, if the timesheet is completed and they want to be fine for the final submission for their managers, they can click on the submit, and once they click on the submit, it submits to their manager, and manager will receive the notification that this employee submitted the timesheet. Now you can perform your activity. So this is how the basic flow works for the application. And if employee wants to see all their timesheets, that how many timesheets and is submitted. So this is something which is weekly representation of the timesheets which is submitted by the employee. So we will see all the list of the timesheet which is submitted by the employee with the different status like pending approval, draft, rejected, approved, etc. And there is a filter is available, so they can select the filter and see the timesheet based on this status as well. And so this is the basic flow for the employee. Now now we will see that how the employee how the manager will approve or reject the timesheet, and what is the dashboard visible for the manager, and how the dashboard will look like for the manager. So this is the dashboard for the manager, and it is the look and feel is similar to the employee, whatever we have seen for the employee, but the representation of the data, the count of the data is different. So in the dashboard, the right side of the graph, which represent the total count of the timesheets based on their status of all of the employee, all of their all of their employee for that manager. And in the bottom of my screen, there is one more graph which shows the last week, how many number of hours submitted by that employee in the last week. So here we will see all the last week hours reported by employee. If there is multiple employees, then multiple employees assigned to that manager, we will be able to see the hours for all of their employees. And if we manager wants to see all the timesheets submitted by their employees, there is an option which is employee timesheet navigation. And by clicking on this employee timesheet navigation, we will able to see all the list of timesheet which is submitted by their employee. And if they want to approve or reject the timesheet, by clicking on this view, it will open up the page where we will be able to see all the details of the timesheet. And from here, manager can add and comment and click on approve and reject. So once manager will do this activity for the approval and rejection, employee will again get a notification with the information of the manager comments and the status of the timesheet. So I guess this is what all the overall flow of the application, and I hope I have covered all the insights about the application and what are the new features which we have implemented in the new version of the application. So now I'm handing back to the Sumit for the.
Thank you so much, Pratibha, for giving us the demo. So I know it is time for Q&A session, but before that, I just want to give a little background about Ignatius, who are the sponsor of this webinar as well. So let me quickly give a little background about them. So Ignatius is a digital transformation and intelligent workplace consulting organization. Uh, we have offices based out of US and in India, US being our headquarters and India being our data center. We have got the opportunity to work with Fortune 500 clients across various domains, starting from healthcare to finance. Um, we have delivered some successful and client satisfactory results through our innovation and automation strategies. When we talk about our partnership, I would start with Microsoft. So Microsoft is our first partner. So you can say that Ignatius stepped into the partnership world through Microsoft. And we have completed n number of projects with Microsoft. And somewhat you can say years by year passing by, our relationship is getting stronger with Microsoft team. When the digitalization era was at its peak and automation was the new standard, we got the opportunity to partner with UiPath and Nintex for automation projects. And for the smart digital solutions and the smart project management tool, we got the opportunity to work with OutSystem for low code, no code technology. Recently, they have launched AI low code support, which is an amazing thing. And for Smartsheet, I would say Smartsheet is Excel on steroids, a very great and unique project management tool and digital transformation tool. So through Smartsheet, we have transformed and digitalized most of the Fortune 500 client businesses. We are fortunate enough to provide a lot of services, and I have highlighted some of services over here. I would start with Microsoft experience. Microsoft being our first partner, I would say Microsoft is in DNA of Ignatius and all of its employee. So we provide all the services related to Microsoft, and we are very confident with that. We provide end-to-end business solutions. We provide end-to-end process management utilizing the Microsoft technology stack, including applications, Micro 365 applications like SharePoint, Teams, 365, and more. When we talk about specifically Microsoft, we are confident to say that we are one-stop shop, or we can say one-stop solution for anything related to Microsoft service. I will go ahead with process automation. We have delivered, as I updated you in the previous slide, with Nintex and UiPath. We basically understand the process of our client. We try to understand, we grasp the business process. We focus on pinpointing the repetitive manual tasks. And with our automation strategy, we try to eliminate that manual task with our automation tools, and which ultimately is a hit solution. Once this is implemented, our client focus on core business activities. So we have a good strong roots over here as well. Now, last not the least, that is project and product engineering. We have a dedicated center of excellence placed within our organization. And we have in-house team of COE experts, which have some proven and established documents, guides, and project lifecycle, which provide a great experience to our clients. Not only this, we basically handle the product and project management from designing phase to deployment phase. Our main vision, or you can say our main goal over here, is to understand our customers' vision so that we can help them to deliver their vision to their end customers. That's all about the services. I would not take much more time. I think this is the most exciting part, that is Q&A session. So I will just start with the first question. Okay, first question is from Oliver. What permissions are necessary for the installation of the timesheet application?
Right. So for the installment of the application, it is compulsory to have admin access or owner access for their tenant or who is installing the application. And for the end users who are going to use the application, they should have the permission for edit and contribute to create a timesheets and delete the data from the application. So this is what all the permissions are required for the users who are going to use the application.
Great. We have another question from Jessica. What is the procedure of exporting raw data from the timesheet?
Okay. So we are storing all the data of the timesheet in on their own tenant, and this is not only this is only the SharePoint list and nothing else. So by default, there is a feature which is export to Excel, and they once we are providing a list URL to the users for exporting the data. So based on their tenant, so they can easily export the data by using the SharePoint list, and they can use the raw data using the Excel file.
Another question from Jessica. Is it possible to fill out the timesheet for colleagues who are on leave? And if so, what is the process of doing it?
Okay, so yes, it is possible to fill the timesheets on behalf of other users if anyone is on leave. So let me just quickly go through the process for that particular activity. So suppose so for assigning the permissions for other users, we have to have a permission for the admin in the application. So for the admin, there is a navigation called manage permission. From there, admin can assign the permission of behalf of other user to the any other users. Suppose there is a field called authorized user. So in that field, we have to enter the name of user who is going to fill the timesheet on behalf of the user who is on leave. So in that field, we have to enter that name. And from the app user drop down, we can select the username. Like suppose, for example, Casey is the employee, and Erica is the employee who is going to fill the timesheet on behalf of Casey. So we have to enter the name of Erica in the assigned authorized user, and Casey should be selected as an app user. So once this process has been done, the permission, the Casey's permission is assigned to the Erica. And once this is done, and so after that, the name of that user will be start appearing here. And by selecting the username, I can easily able to log in as an other users and can perform the activities on behalf of any other user. So this is how this feature will be look like once I logged in as an employee. I can see all the navigations for that user. I can see all the timesheet of that user, and I can fill the timesheets by clicking on the new timesheet. So this is how this feature will be work in the application.
Great,
Right.
great. Thank you, Pratibha. We have one question from Bill. How we can change the manager of an employee?
So for changing the manager of the employee, we have to go to user management, and from the user management, uh, there is a tab which is employee, and in this tab we will see all the list of employees who is and also we can see that which manager is assigned to that which employee. So here there is an option called as an edit, and by clicking on this, I can change the manager of that employee by selecting the employee from the drop down. And this is how it will work.
Great, great. All right. We have one question from Sarah. Since the timesheet application is on SharePoint site, can users with read access on the SharePoint site also create or delete timesheets?
No. So a user with the read access in the SharePoint site cannot be able to edit or create or delete the data from the SharePoint, because the application is in the SharePoint site, and to perform any edit or update or any deletion in this site, it is compulsory to have edit or delete access. So then only the user can able to fill the timesheet, so remove the data from the timesheet.
All right. We have one question from Andrew. How can projects be imported into the timesheet application?
Okay. So for importing the project in the timesheet application, in the project management, if we see the form, there is a radio button called as in bulk import. So if I switch to the bulk import, I will able to see that text box, input text box, and in the bottom of that text box, there is a file, which is a template file. So if I click on this template file, it will download the file, and I can enter the data in that file and can easily choose the file from the system and perform the import. So this is a very beneficial feature for the users to import the bulk data or bulk project or task in one go.
We have one question from Archie. Can the week ending day be changed from Friday to Monday in the timesheet application setting? The answer is yes.
Yes, yes, we can easily, admin can easily perform this activity, as I already I introduced about the settings, and with the help of the settings, we can customize the week ending day, and we can change the date format for the entire application.
We have one question from Alexander. If a manager has already approved a timesheet, is there an option to later disapprove it?
Yes. So in that case, it is compulsory to reject the timesheet again. So once the manager will reject the timesheet, it again notified by it will be notification sent to that employee that your manager is rejected your timesheet, and you have to resubmit the timesheet again by correcting some data. So this is how it will work.
Okay. And a question from Barry, which is, can timesheet be set up with default projects by employee?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Can timesheets be set up with default projects by employee?
So with default feature, with default projects, no. So there is no default project in the application. This is a custom projects which can be created by the admin, and once the admin creates the projects, employee needs to select the projects from the drop down. There is no any default selection for the employee. Only we can see the default rows in the timesheet.
Yeah, right, Barry. Okay. One of the very good question from Barry again. They submit timesheet monthly in their organization. So can a monthly timesheet be created, or only weekly they can submit?
Okay, so in the timesheet pro version, we have only a feature to submit the weekly timesheets, and so this is something which we have introduced in our enterprise version.
All right. Last question from Barry. Can individual timesheets reports exported to Excel be automatically subtotaled by project?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question again?
Can individual timesheets report exported to Excel be automatically subtotaled by projects?
So for the reporting, we have only the feature for advanced report. So let me show you that how the reporting is already implemented in the application. So if we have to see the reports for the employees timesheets, we have to select the managers from the drop down, and this is how the tabular representation of the data, and this will be show up as in week wise for a daily basis, like on the week ending day. On this first row, like week ending day, in which project in a single day, how many number of hours submitted by that employee. So this is a default report which we have implemented in the timesheet. If there is any custom reports which they want to be implemented or create, so there is a raw data which can be connected by any of the third party tool like Power BI, or can export to Excel, and with the help of that data, we can customize the report based on our requirement.
And Barry, like our existing customers are actually doing that. And so far, like, it is working absolutely fine. You can say seamlessly the data get fixed with these tools, and they are just playing with the report as per their organizational needs. So I think like no other questions. We have answered all the questions, and we have almost touched the time as well. So thank you so much everyone for joining this webinar, and we will be sharing the recording as soon as possible with you. And the recording will be published on our LinkedIn page, on our website page. We will be forwarding you those details as well. And in case if you want to reach out to us, you will get all the details in the next email that you will receive our once the webinar is completed. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. We will meet again soon. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for the time.
All right, Pratibha, let's start. Hello. All right, Pratibha, let's start. Hello and welcome everyone.